You kept it real there. Next father.
Hi, my name is Vincent Adams. I am a father of four, a grandfather of one, come from a two-parent home, and I stand here as a representative of maybe the 75% of African Americans who produce children from children out of wedlock. I was a single father. I am now married. What strikes a chord with me that I haven't really heard here tonight, because there's many things we could address, is the unique challenge that educators have, the educational system, to rebuild moral values, core values, rebuild the structure of the family. They spend more time with our kids than we do during the average day, but they don't have the empowerment to talk about God. God is a dirty word. And therefore, without that power to address moral values and core principles like that, we have a really unique challenge to take that torch to the next level. So I'm very interested in faith-based initiatives that help us to rebuild that structure, because legally there is a challenge in even going there in the educational system. So for me, what has helped me as a single father and transitioning into marriage is being able to apply core principles that are of spiritual nature so that I can know what to do as a man, know how to be a man, know how to teach my kids to be a man. You know, the scripture says, a man who fears God will avoid all extremes. And I would say to you, Brother Diaz, that your parents, that situation that you had, if they were avoiding all extremes, we need to correctly handle the word so that they don't have those disconnects at the young age, and then we start from the foundation building up. So that's just a few of my thoughts, that I feel like there is a spiritual issue that definitely needs to be addressed, and I would love to jump on any bandwagon that's going to help us do that.
I started to keep a journal, and day to day I would keep down things and go through the scriptures and take down a lot of things that I thought would be helpful to me to figure out how to do this daddy thing by imitating what God does in his parenting. You know, God is a single dad. I knew that if I imitated the creator of the universe, I can't possibly go wrong. And that's how it grew into the book that you see here today, is by really going after that and looking at all those things that I've learned in all of that time and helping myself to overcome what's every day single parents go through, all the stuff that I talk about in this book, but not all of them have the tools to tackle those issues. And oftentimes, what you will find is war. One of the things that I have always been an advocate for is mentorship. It's something that in my own life, I've always been seeking. My goal is always, I always gravitate toward a situation that is going to provide me with the mentorship, the hands-on instruction, the guidance, the how-to. Because once you give it to me, once you give me the information, I'm going to fly.
Hi, this is Vincent Adams, and I'd like to introduce you to my new book on spiritual parenting entitled Imitating the Fatherhood of God. It's the story of my life, but it's the story of your life too. If you're a parent or know a parent, whether you're a man who's a single parent or a woman who knows one, there's something here that will hopefully help reunite the partnership divide that often exists in single and blended parenting situations, both at the local community level and eventually the world at large. My mission is a simple one: to help people solve age-old problems with age-old spiritual principles. The way we can work together is taking the talk to the streets.
Principles, those things that I learned from others that are taking the time to work with me, those are the things that I show other people. But I wanted to have some tools. I wanted to have something concrete that I knew where my child would go for the long haul. And it is within that sentiment that this book came about.
In support of this book, we're having spiritual parenting rap sessions everywhere we can, where all the ideas in this book are coming to life. It's getting people together to bring to life questions, answers, thoughts, and feelings that through this sharing, we're empowering one another and building a movement.
Chapter 3 is definitely a struggle of mine. It is hard for us as single parents not to try and be superheroes and leap tall buildings in regards to our children. My daughter last night was sharing with me that she knows I'm a single mom and I do everything for them, and that she tells her friends that I'm a powerful woman of God and strong, and how she wants to be a strong woman of God too one day. She said, but sometimes she misses out because I can't go on field trips or get lunch with them, but she knows I gotta do what I gotta do. Heartbreaking. She's only 10 and understands this concept. I told her, God will provide. So conversations like that help me see that I must go in the strength God has provided me, as 1 Peter 4:11 says.
The potential impact on the community is that one person at a time, a difference is made. With every person that picks up this book and shares it, one at a time, a difference is made. So that's the long-term and the eternal perspective. I am mostly concerned with what happens when this book gets in somebody's hands. What does it become?
I believe that the destiny of children from fatherless homes can find a positive upswing if those parents who are really willing to give it all can draw something from this work to motivate their own personal change. And one by one, they can change the face of the nation.
To me, so that I can grow and become a better person. So if he had done all the things that the people were saying, I would have been like, it would have been like, oh, that's what they were saying men do. And now I get to see and live the example of the heart of men. You as one person, but representing so many men, the men that really care about their kids. I never knew that growing up. I didn't have a father to give me that example.
So join me as I strive to imitate him and teach others to do the same. Spread the word.
Once upon a time I was a young father, behind my brighter days. Sometimes I had to play mother, yeah, and had to reconsider my ways. Then I found myself so lonely inside, fought so hard to fill that void I couldn't hide. I didn't think I'd have to swallow all my pride, didn't think I'd have to lay down my life. But when I needed love, the one who'd understand turned out to be a dream, an open empty hand. Can somebody show the way to find love today? Did anybody hear me now? Maybe I better shout, hey, yeah. Well, I felt like dying, but I kept on trying.